Hello, this is Dr. Harpinder Shevchenko from Smiles by the Sea Family Dentistry, and I'm here to talk about implant supported dentures. What are implant supported dentures and how are they different from conventional dentures? So as the name describes, implant supported denture is a denture which is held by the support from the implants. So let's talk about what are implants. So implant or implants are a little bit of a screw. I know it kind of sounds harsh when we talk about our mouth. So it's a small metal piece, usually made of titanium, which is takes the place of the root of the tooth. And typically when we are doing an implant supported dentures, or as we call the denture which is supported by the implants, so we put that implant or the titanium screw which takes the place of the root of our tooth in the jawbone, typically 4 to 6 of them, and then the implant denture either gets screwed on or it can get just clip on. So those are what's called implant supported dentures. And the conventional denture is a regular denture that sits on your jawbone and it gets the support just from your bone only, and we can rely on for it to stay in your mouth based on how much bone one has, and also some of your saliva plays a role in kind of like holding your denture in place. So the big difference between them is that the implant supported denture is held by the implants that are placed in the jawbone. That takes the place of our roots, the natural tooth roots, and is either screwed in or it kind of clips on, compared to a conventional denture which is just resting or sitting on our jawbone. How do implant supported dentures work, and what is the process from beginning to end for one to receive an implant supported denture? So let's answer the first question, which is how do they work? So basically they work as your own teeth, because the implant gets implanted in the bone and is static there, it's steady, it's stable, it does not move. So when we place the denture, as we talked about, there are different kinds. It could be screwed on or it could be a clip-on denture. So basically just steady in their place, and once that implants are fully in your mouth and the denture goes on top, it's just going to be in the mouth, steady, very stable, and you're able to eat pretty much normal food. So your dentist will give you recommendation on depending on what kind of denture you got, how to take care of it, but that's how basically they work. Once the denture goes in the mouth, it's in place, it's stable, you're able to function pretty much normal. So now answering the second question, how does the process work? So there are a couple different scenarios. The first scenario is that if somebody has teeth which are not restorable, we cannot save those teeth anymore because of various reasons. One could be that there's lots of cavities on many of the teeth in the mouth, and the best decision that gets made is the best treatment choice is that getting all those teeth taken out and getting implant supported dentures. Or it could be, in some cases, patients might have very advanced gum disease, we call it periodontal disease, where the jawbone has been eaten away by the bacteria, there's infections in the mouth, and the best treatment option at that point in time is extracting all the teeth and getting the dentures. So a few different scenarios. Or there are some patients who have worn the conventional dentures before and they just don't like the fact that those conventional dentures do move around and there's compromises on eating with them, and they make the decision that we want something which is more stable in their mouth, which is more aesthetic as well too, which functions better, and then they kind of upgrade per se to implant supported dentures. So those are some of the scenarios where patients might need the implant supported dentures. So depending on each scenario, a first process would be if you have teeth, all the teeth will be extracted, and if you're going on the one kind of a denture which we call as a hybrid denture, where the denture gets screwed in the patient's on the implants, would be that surgeon will or your dentist will extract all the teeth and then fill in the bone where it's needed, place the implants, and then they will do all the pre-planning before, and you will walk out that day after your surgery, after extracting the teeth, having a temporary denture in your mouth, which you will wear for a few months, and then you will move on to a permanent denture. And if your same scenario will kind of play in a role if somebody is getting a clip-on denture. So, you will get your teeth extracted, or if you already had the teeth extracted, the implants will be placed and you will be getting out on that appointment, getting a temporary denture, and the healing will occur. And then we will, after typically 3 to 4 months after, once we find out that all the implants are really good solid in the bone, and then we can change over to a permanent denture, which is a bit more aesthetic. It functions better. It's made of different, more stronger materials. You're able to eat pretty much all the foods. So that's how the typically process works. Who is a candidate for implant supported dentures? So there are a couple of prerequisites, or we want to have the patients who are good candidates for implant supported dentures, is that we want to make sure that you do have good bone quality of the bone, fair good amount of the bone, and also from medical point of view that you don't have any bone disease. Like one of the main ones is osteoporosis, and any other medical conditions, which diabetes, which is controlled diabetics, are totally fine to get dentures. Anything which is uncontrolled can lead to implant failure. So that's how, when you will talk to your dentist or you will talk to the specialist, they will make sure that if you have any of those conditions, they are well controlled, and also will communicate to your specialist, whether it's a cardiologist or any other specialist, and make sure that those boxes check off, like you have a good quality of bone that you have in your mouth, and there's still decent amount of bone. We can generate some bone, but we still do need some amount of basic bone in your mouth for the implants to stay in. And then also making sure, like from medical standpoint, that you don't have any bone disease, your bone density is good, and also if you are diabetic, that your diabetes is pretty well controlled, hypertension is very well controlled. So patients who are controlled, are healthy, have good decent bone quality is good, those are generally good candidates for getting implant supported dentures. Are there any differences between upper jaw implants versus the lower jaw implants? So typically from the implant standpoint of view, there's not a difference. Certain things or certain criteria or certain aspects are that depending on the bone volume or the thickness and the width of the bone, the difference could be that how wide of an implant can be placed in one area compared to the other. And it can hold true even for your upper jaw, depending on where the location is. We might place a thinner implant in one area, could be a wider implant, and a longer implant in other area. So it can actually vary in both jaws, pretty much the same, but in general, there's not a difference between upper or lower jaw implants. How much do implant supported dentures cost, and what factors affect the pricing of the dentures? So implant dentures, they're not cheap. It is something which is giving you back the function, giving you back the aesthetics, giving you back the quality of life, almost similar to when somebody has a full healthy dentition. So they are on the pricier side, but again, when it's an investment in your own self, because as I said, you're getting your whole dentition back, you're getting your aesthetics back, you're getting the full functionality back, you're getting the stability back, being able to eat the foods that you love to eat. So it comes with a price. It's an investment in yourself, but it's worth of an investment for any patient who goes through that treatment. And on the other hand, the pricing can vary based on how many treatments you are needing, like extras as you're going through the process. For example, if you have few teeth that need to be taken out, you have more number of teeth that need to be taken out, if we need to rebuild your bone back and in how many areas it needs rebuilding, or anything else that's more like clinically, when we go in there and we see this, you might need some added procedure for these implants to be successful. So those few factors can affect the pricing or additionals or add-ons based on everybody's situation and based on everybody's condition. But as we talked about, it's an investment in yourself, but right now in these days, we have so many different financing options available to make it affordable to the patients. As I said, there are many companies who can help out, can lend money, and you can do various combinations, some of your own, some of borrowing the money for through financing. And those companies are very understanding because they know that you're financing for your health, you're investing that money in your own health. So there's a wide variety of financing options available, making it very, very affordable for patients these days. So if you have any questions, we are happy to help you answer those questions. What should patients look for when they're searching for implants, sporodentures, or implants dentists near them? So a few things to keep in mind. First thing would be when you're searching in your area, typically everybody nowadays uses Google search. When you're going to search for that, you're going to see some of dentists or specialist names, offices names will show up, and do your research, go on the website, look what kind of services they provide, do they offer that service, and then find out that are there any reviews regarding that service, are there some of their testimonials regarding that service, and call them, ask some questions. The best person to answer those questions would be the dentist, so you will want to just go ahead and make an appointment and talk to the dentist, go there and explain them, let them know that this is the reason why you're looking for that particular implants or implant sporodenture, and have them let you know and give you their opinion and expert opinion whether you are going to be a good candidate for that or not. So go ahead, do the research, look up their social media, look up their website, make a consultation appointment, talk to the dentist, and those are the best ways to find out when you're looking for implants, sporodentures, and the dentist who provides them. I hope I was able to answer some of your questions regarding implants, sporodentures. If you have more questions, please feel free to call us and make a consultation. I'll be happy to talk to you guys. So the number to reach us is 603-926-8827. You can also look up and get some information on our website, which is www.smilesbythecnh.com, and we are here to help you.